Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Guetta, and I teach Mexican American Studies here at Brennan High School. And I have some volunteers here with me today. I have Gabriella Wilson, I have Caitlin Morrison, I have Yesenia Vasquez, and I have Isabella or Izzy Martine with me here today. They volunteered to help me, and I thank them so much. They're taking the course this year, Mexican American Studies, and so the purpose of this video is to talk about what Mexican American Studies is about, how the class is going to work, and how you're going to learn. And they volunteered to help me out, and I greatly appreciate it and thank them for their help. This is the first year that we've offered Mexican American Studies here at Brennan High School, and so they're the first class to take it. Um, and so what I have set up here today is a Jamboard, and we're gonna go through these slides together, and I'm gonna ask them to participate as we go through and ask them to give their response, right, to why they chose to take Mexican American Studies, right? And we'll go along, and you'll see their responses along the way. That way, you can have a student perspective rather than just a teacher telling you about the course in general. Okay. So why did y'all choose Mexican American Studies? And y'all can talk to me. Y'all can use the sticky notes over here. You can use images. But why did you choose to take Mexican American Studies, y'all? Oh, that's a good one. It's a different perspective of history. Very good. I chose to take this class because I am Mexican and I have always wanted to learn more about my culture. Perfect, right? This is a different perspective. It's not your usual history class, right? Very good. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. I'm a good teacher. Thank you, thank you. You are too kind. You are too kind. Um, but yeah, it was definitely new on the course catalog, I think, right? And it was kind of a surprise to me as well that they decided to offer this course, right, this past year. And I'm glad I was able to be teaching this, and y'all are just too nice. Um, but yeah, it helps understand our culture, right? Being that we live in San Antonio, right? We learned about some stuff that ties directly in here with San Antonio, dealing with Mexican American studies, considering that San Antonio is one of the few minority majority cities in the United States, and most of those minorities are Mexican American. Very good, very good, right? Um, I am white, but I wanted to learn from a different historical lens that wasn't Eurocentric point of view that we're used to in school, right? And all these things are very good reasons to choosing Mexican American studies, because what Mexican American studies does is that it looks at the curriculum that's been put in place and it decolonizes what that structure is, right? So these are very good answers here. Thank y'all for this input, right? Um, and thank y'all for the compliments. So the next thing here is, what can you expect to learn from the class? So we haven't gone through the full year, right? I know we haven't gone through the full year, and I'll fill in what we have to look forward to in the fall or in the spring, I should say. in the spring semester. But what have y'all learned in this class of Mexican American Studies so far? Very good. Important influential figures often overlooked in a typical history class. You'll learn about the different indigenous tribes and how they tie to today's Mexican American traditions. Very good. Right? We start off with the Olmecs, the Toltecs, in that central Mexico Valley area, and we move on to the pre Mexica or Aztec culture. Later on, we have learned about the Olmecs and the Toltecs. Very good, right? And that influence on Mexican cultures and how it continues to influence Mexican cultures today. Um, Very good. There we go. You can expect to learn through different perspectives, learn the effects of colonization from being the side of the colonized, deglorifying almost all of it, right? Very good. We look at that again, this decolonized approach to learning, not looking at it through the lens of the Europeans, but looking at it through the lens of the indigenous people that were here in America prior to European arrival. Is a big part of the first semester of this class. We learn about how European settlers influenced others. Very good, right? All these things, and we learned about the invasion of Mexico, right? We learned about California, Texas, and New Mexico, and how all of those areas are affected uh, prior to becoming part of the Americas, and how they're going to be affected as America continues its expansion throughout time. Very good, right? We learn about the impact that Mexican culture had on Americans. Very good, right? That's the whole point of the class. In the first semester, we talk about this time period all the way up to 1848. And we get to 1848, and that's when we finally get to the essence of the class, right? And we see the first Mexican Americans come out during that time period. So, very good answers here. Again, this was just the first semester. So, as we move into next semester, as we come back in January, we're going to pick up in 1900, right? And in 1900, we have this major event in Mexico called the Mexican Revolution, right, where Mexico is breaking away from this dictator by the name of Porfirio Diaz, and they're trying to create their own culture and society that's more beneficial for all. And during that time period, as that's happening, right, what we're gonna see, and this is actually where my family comes from. My family made the journey from Mexico to the United States during this 1910 to 1920 time period. To be exact, my family came from Mexico to the United States in 1915, and that was the deadliest year of the Mexican Revolution. Uh, and so we'll talk more in depth about why the Mexican Revolution not only matters for Mexico, but also why it matters for the United States, and this new flow of immigration that's coming in. Again, the namesake of the class, Mexican Americans, right? That are going to be coming in, and their children, the second generation, which we'll talk about later on, that gives us the World War II period, right? And we'll talk about how in World War II, the most decorated group by ethnic background were Mexican Americans. And then we'll keep on moving and we'll get into the civil rights movement. And a lot of times there's a missing page of the civil rights movement that we don't talk about. We talk about all these movements separately, right? We have the African American civil rights movement. We got the American Indians. We have Mexican Americans, Asian Americans. All of them are going through their own civil rights movement. But there's also intersecting parts to that civil rights movement, and the missing page of the African American and Mexican American movements combining and joining together is often forgotten, and we'll go over that. And then we'll continue to talk about the effects of Mexican Americans and how Mexican Americans have influenced U.S. society. We'll talk about Mexican folklore in the next half of the class, and we'll be taking that deeper dive into Mexican American culture as well, and I'm so excited for that. But great job here again, right? Very good. So how do we learn in class? What do we do in class? Oh, there we go. We learn in both a group setting and independently as an entire class, right? We do all three. Sometimes we do all three in the same class. It's not that's not a an uncommon thing. We use multiple forms of literature. We use Jamboards. Yes, Jamboards. Jamboards are amazing this year. I have to find a way to use Jamboards in the classroom, and I'm sure I will. But yes, very good. We learn in a variety of formats such as presentations, literature, Jamboards, and videos/documentaries. Yes, very good. We even learn through music. Yes, I love music is amazing, right? And there's so much. I can't wait. Like I I haven't told you all this, but I'm in contact with some professors at San Antonio College that teach Mexican American studies, and one of the professors, her main focus is on music, and it's on Chicano pop, Chicano rock, and also corridos, and how they all tie in together and teach us this Mexican American culture and history. And I can't wait to get to that. I'm so excited for next semester. I mean, this semester was awesome, but great. This is awesome. We do projects together to learn more about the topic. That helps us, right, better stick. It sticks more when we work together. We use group research projects. There's a lot of group research projects going on. And most of the time, in those group research projects, I give my students the opportunity to pick what topic they want to write about, or pick what topic they want to research about in the time period, right? As long as it sticks to the historical time period, you can pretty much research it and have your own abilities there. But very, very good here, right? And y'all hit it, right? These are all the things that we do. Sometimes we use games like Jeopardy, right, to help us remember and learn. Very, very good. Very good. And yeah, we do all these things, and there's a reason why, right? And not only are they fun Kahoot, not only are they like fun ways of learning, but also if you look at different college and universities, right, for that next level of learning, if you look on their website, oftentimes what you'll see is that in their mission statements, what they're looking for from their students is this idea of community and collaborative learning, right? And so that's what I'm trying to do in this class, is to get my students ready for that next level while still having fun, right, with the content. And I think we've been able to do that this year. Oh, thank you. yes, any questions that you might have, never be afraid to reach out and let me know. Very good. Um, but let's go to this last one. So, why should a student right now watching this take Mexican American studies? Why should they take it? It's really fun. Very good. You should take this class because it provides a unique and safe space to explore other parts of American history and how it has influenced us as everyday Americans. Yes, right? That's the purpose of this class. The purpose of the class is to learn, and you can't learn unless you feel safe, right? And so there's no judgment, right? We're all at different levels, and that's okay. It's okay to be at different levels. Intimate learning environment where you always feel valued as a student and your knowledge is the most important thing to take away from the classroom. It's different from than other history classes in the best way possible. Thank you. And I teach U.S. history, by the way, like on campus. So it's been fun to take this different perspective. It gives you a different perspective on our history and gives you a deeper understanding of other people's cultures. Very good, right? These are all things uh, that are happening in the classroom, and Um, I'm glad I've had the help of my current students right now. Uh, Mr. D tells us like it is and uses that to enrich rather than put us down. Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Not focused on turning in assignments. The class is focused on sharing history and learning rather than strict deadlines and stress. We use memes. Yes, I love memes. Memes are, and a lot of times people don't understand when they enter my classroom why I like memes so much. But think about it. If you can make or create something, right, about a historical topic or event, that shows me that you're at the highest level of learning because the highest level of learning is creating something. Uh, and so memes are a fun way to do that, right? Um, but thank y'all. Thank y'all for this input. Thank y'all for helping me out and joining me, taking the time out. That's good. My reaction when the teacher uses memes in the class. Again, let me thank them by name: Gabriella Wilson, Caitlin Morrison, Yesenia Vasquez, and Isabel Izzy Martinez. Thank y'all all for helping me out make this. And lastly, I forgot to do this, but um, if y'all have any questions, please do not be afraid to contact me about the class or anything else at my email. I regularly check the email. It's right there, edward.guetta@nisd.net is my email. So if you have any questions about the class, what is it like, anything like that, please let me know. Thank you for listening. Thank you again to my students who are so awesome. Uh, and hopefully you decide to take Mexican American Studies. Hope to see you here soon. Yes. Thank y'all again.